Here is something that is going to sound insane. The thing you call being responsible with money, the checking, the worrying, the calculating, is not discipline. It is a fear wearing a costume. 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man on earth wrote that exact realization down. His name was Marcus Aurelius. He owned everything, and he was still afraid. Today, we are not looking at a budget. Today, we are looking at the actual mental blueprint a Roman emperor used to stay completely calm while ruling the entire known world, and why that exact blueprint is the only thing that will fix your money stress in this year. Right now, 88% of Americans are entering this year financially stressed. The average person spends 96 days a year just worrying about money. 96 days! That is more than 3 months of your one life spent in fear about something that hasn't even happened yet.
And here is what nobody tells you. The people who got the raise are just as anxious. The people who paid off the debt found something new to fear, because financial anxiety was never about the money. And the Stoics proved this before banks even existed. And there is one specific sentence that Marcus Aurelius wrote in that journal that changes everything about how you will look at your debt tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you that exact sentence before this video ends, but first, you need to understand why your brain is lying to you.
Picture 3 different people, 3 completely different bank accounts. Person 1, $200 left until payday. Their fear, I cannot survive this. Person 2, $5,000 saved. Their fear, it's not enough. What if something happens? Person 3, $50,000 saved. Their fear, the market could crash. I could lose my job tomorrow. The amount changed, the anxiety never did. Here is the thing your financial advisor will never tell you, because their entire business depends on you believing that more money fixes the feeling. But it does not. It never has. This is not a financial problem. This is what the Stoics called misplaced desire, placing your sense of safety inside something external that can always be taken away. Epictetus put it this way: wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Marcus Aurelius's first and most powerful tool. Every financial fear you have falls into one of 2 columns. Column A, in your control. Your spending decisions, your savings habit, your skills, how you respond when things go wrong. Column B, not in your control. The market, inflation, layoffs, the economy, tax rates. Financial anxiety is what happens when you spend all your mental energy on column B and none on column A. Tonight, write every financial fear you have on paper. Then draw a line down the middle. Sort every single one. The column B fears, you burn them. Not metaphorically, actually cross them out. Your energy belongs only in column A. Now that we know what is within our control, we have to address why the mind still refuses to feel safe, even when column A is handled. Seneca's most counterintuitive practice, and the one that works fastest. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, would spend several days every month living on almost nothing. Bread, water, simple clothes. Not because he had to, because he chose to. Why does this work? Financial anxiety is almost always fear of a future scenario. What if I lose everything? Seneca's method was to voluntarily experience a version of that scenario and discover every single time that it was survivable. Is this the condition I feared? It is not as bad as I thought. And here is the modern version of 3 levels. Level 1 weekend. Spend nothing beyond rent and bills already due. Notice what you actually miss and what you don't. Level 2, 1 full week. Track every dollar before you spend it, out loud to yourself in the moment. Level 3, 1 month. Pick one comfort you believe you need and remove it completely. Not forever, just long enough to find out it was never the thing keeping you safe. The fear of poverty is more destructive than poverty itself. Seneca proved this. Tonight, you can too. But voluntary hardship treats the symptom. What we have to address next is the identity underneath the anxiety, because that is where it actually lives. The deepest fix, and the one nobody talks about. Nearly half of millennials and Gen Z feel financially behind, despite many having above-average savings. They are not anxious because they are poor. They are anxious because they believe their worth as a human being is connected to the number in their account. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." 3 questions. Ask yourself tonight. 1. If your salary dropped to 0 tomorrow, who would you still be? 2. What do you actually need versus what you believe you need to feel worthy? 3. Is your financial anxiety about survival or about appearance? The person who answers these honestly and sits with the answers begins to feel something almost immediately. Not richer, freer. I told you at the start that Marcus Aurelius wrote one specific sentence that changes everything about how you see your debt tomorrow. Here it is. The cure for financial anxiety is the deliberate, voluntary acceptance that you might lose everything. Not the fear of it, the acceptance of it. The moment you genuinely accept that you could lose everything and realize you would still be standing, the anxiety loses its grip permanently. This is what Marcus Aurelius practiced every single night in that journal. Not counting his gold, not calculating his security, accepting the worst and finding that he was larger than it. That is the cure. Not more money, more acceptance. Marcus Aurelius left us this: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. One task tonight. Take your biggest financial fear, the one that wakes you up at 3 a.m. Write it down. Then, write 3 things underneath it. 1. Is this in my control? Yes or no? 2. What is the absolute worst realistic outcome? 3. Could I survive that outcome? Answer honestly. Then read it out loud once. That is your homework. Financial anxiety is not a money problem, and it never was. This channel exists for the people who finally want to stop treating it like one. Subscribe. New video every week. The fear is optional.